Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be reacting to The Enforcers. And bear with me, I'm looking at my script from The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, second chapter for the very first time. If that sounds like fun to you, then you are in the right place. Let's go. Hello once again, and welcome back to Right Man in the Wrong Place. My name is Luke Tatum. I react to music. Really happy that you're here. I have never played a Trails in the Sky, Legend of Heroes, Trails into whatever. I know there's a lot of them. I know they take place on the same world, but the different games focus on different parts of the world. I'm really out of my depth here. Long-running franchise, JRPGs, I don't know almost anything about them. So this is Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, second chapter, and the song is called The Enforcers. As I understand it, this game originally released in Japan in 2006, but was later released in the US in 2015. This is a game that I was not aware of, or a franchise I was not aware of, for a very long time, I guess until well after the US release. So what I've got here is a request by Demi-Joker. So Demi-Joker, thank you so much for putting this on my radar. I can't wait to hear it. I don't even know what kind of music I'm supposed to be expecting here. But he also said The Enforcers was composed by Takahide Murayama, and it plays when the Enforcers of the Society of Ouroboros appear. Now, I'm not going to ramble too long, but Ouroboros, I'm a Xenoblade guy. Ouroboros is obviously a much-used trope in gaming nowadays, but, Society of Ouroboros makes me think of Ouroboros from Xenoblade 3, which is a good thing. I love those games. But, okay, enough of that. Let's listen. I don't think there's any lyrics to this. Let me check my spreadsheet. There's nothing about lyrics. So let's go. Let's go. I don't know what to expect. I'm excited. Let's listen. Okay. So far, I'm sure it's going to kind of go somewhere, but so far this is just high tension, a little bit of dissonance. It's kind of a spacey vibe a little bit to me. It also kind of has that feel of the hidden technological society from the past that suddenly reemerged, sort of Fire Emblem Three Houses, or, many other games that do that. Kind of a little bit of that energy. Yeah. Let's back up. Got this drum action going on too, but it's not really super structured. It's got a hi-hat and you got... Okay. That is very heavy, a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, this does feel very early 2000s, late 90s, hard emphasis on the lead guitar. Good stuff. This is all good. That's when I grew up, right? I'm a very, very, very end of the 80s kid. And so, yeah, yes, this is cool. I assume these are villains. Enforcers of the Society of Ouroboros. Enforcers, surely. Surely they're villains. Okay. Kind of becomes elevated all of a sudden. really interesting. Okay, this is kind of like, bear with me, this is going to be a bit of a stretch, but if you can imagine a universe in which the Nintendo 64 was using like recorded live instruments and like it was everything wasn't like a N64 sound font, right? You had like an MP3 playing on a game. And I know there's like Mystical Ninja starring Goemon that has some full blown productions of music with like live vocals and stuff. But for the most part, N64 era, everything's kind of it's a synthesizer. And so to have this live recording of an electric guitar it's I know this was all over the PlayStation, even though I was never a PlayStation guy. But if you can imagine that this kind of stuff was used in the N64 world, and you can imagine playing, Star Fox 64 and Star Wolf comes in, like this is more like that's what I would that's what I would hear in this fictional reality that I just invented. This is the kind of thing that you'd hear like as the Star Wolf theme. Kind of mix the from the Star Wolf theme with this electric guitar. Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine? um, the music in that game is wonderful. The music in this sounds really cool too. So sorry for the totally random tangent. I don't know what y'all are going to think about that, but this is pretty rad. I mean, it definitely sets that sort of ultra powerful, brooding, superiority, super powerful civilization. The Turks, kind of like Final Fantasy VII, the Turks, a little bit of that energy, sort of. They're like the ultra elite. I'm trying to avoid the word enforcers, but that's kind of what I'm going for. um, it's cool. It's really cool. I mean, it leaves an impression. Let's say that this is setting the tone. And I like how the drums are kind of like it hits this climax and then it kind of breaks it back down. Okay, I guess that's it. So and then it just loops from there. But you know, I know I said at the beginning I didn't know what to expect, but as soon as I started to look at the art and stuff, I thought, ooh, is this going to be like Xenogears? But even Xenogears, for the most part, has like a lot of, it's synthesizers, right? And so the live guitar was really cool. It was really, really cool. Um, if, okay. We're at the end of the video. I have listened to the song. You've watched my reaction. If you want to get out of here, that's your thing. I appreciate you stopping by. If you want to support the channel, you know what to do. YouTube things like subscribe, all that stuff. So, okay. But I have almost purchased a game in this franchise before. I like JRPGs. I mean, you heard me talk about Xenoblade. It's not like that's the only one I've ever played. Played a lot of them. But I've never played this franchise. And so one of the things with this franchise is what the heck game am I supposed to play, right? I know there's different stories that focus on different areas, and that's how I know that because I looked at like what order do you play the games and those kind of things. I don't necessarily want to claw my way all the way back to the very, very early JRPG days just because there's certain quality of life things that have happened in the last couple of decades or so that help and they make things fit into my life. I don't like needing to find a save point and having huge stretches of time where I can't save. That's one of the reasons I haven't finished the Star Ocean, the second story R. Amazing game. Amazing remaster remake. But you go into an area and it's like, great, I don't have time for this. And then I have to go do something. And I can't save my game or whatever. Like, there's just difficulty. Modern life, you know? And I would like to play these games. I am cautiously optimistic, cautiously interested, sort of looking out or looking in from the outside, you know, peering through the chain link fence. Like, that seems like there's cool stuff, and I don't know which one to play. So I'd be open to kind of crowdsourcing an opinion on that. What game should I play? Why should I play that one? I'd just love to know if you feel inclined to help me with that. So, also, if you want to support the channel, like I say, YouTube things, but also if you want to make a financial contribution, there is a way to do that. Buy me a coffee. Links below my face, and it's also in the video description. You can request songs over there for free. You can request songs and put some money on it. You can also subscribe to the channel. It's $5, and that will allow you to see what videos are coming next. When I'm always looking over here and I'm looking at my spreadsheet, you can see the same spreadsheet. It's a Google Doc or a Google Drive, Google Sheet rather. But you know, if you're into that kind of thing, awesome. If you just want to support the channel, awesome. If you don't, that's cool too. I just appreciate you watching this one. I have done so much rambling in this video. Thank you for anybody who's still watching. Until next time, the right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world.